Hi everybody, this is Carl with MaskHelpers, and today I want to show you how to mail out these face masks using nothing but regular first-class stamps from the United States Postal Service. These are the regular stamps that you find at the post office, or you can find them at a grocery store. They cost 55 cents right now, and they're the regular forever stamps that you might have in your drawer or somewhere laying around. We also use what are called additional ounce stamps. You can also find this at the post office or at USPS.com. They cost 15 cents each and are a great way of adding additional postage to some of the envelopes here. You can also find what are called non-machinable stamps. They cost 70 cents each, and essentially this is just one regular first-class stamp combined with a 15-cent additional ounce stamp. Okay, so it really matters how many masks you're going to be sending out to an individual on what envelope you're going to use. So starting with mailing one mask at a time. I like to use a regular envelope that's a little bit larger than your standard ones, or you can use a regular business size envelope. These work very well to lay the masks flat. Now the goal here is to get the masks as flat as possible, because if you're going to be using only 70 cents postage, the USPS has some rules that you have to go by. One of them is that you can't be over 1/4 inch in thickness. The other one is it can't be over 1 ounce with this postage. So these envelopes work very well for mailing an individual mask. Now it does depend on what type of mask you have on how you're going to pack this into the envelope. A regular pleated style mask here, I like to fold them in half and put them in a Ziploc baggie, a small baggie. Not any of the bulky ones that you have at home, rather some of these smaller ones here. Now the purpose is to get as much air out of the bag as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and put one in here and show you how I do it. Now I'm going to push all of the air out of this. Now you can see this is pretty flat, so this will fit right here in one of these regular style envelopes. Now your goal here is to get this as flat as possible so that it's not more than 1/4 inch thick. Now just to show you, this right here weighs only 1/2 ounce, so this will definitely go through with the postage on it right here. Another way that you can do it is taking the masks and laying them flat in a long baggie like this, pushing all of the air out, and then you can put them directly in a business style envelope. Now this is probably a little bit easier, but you have to have the right bags for it. You can also take these surgical style masks here, and if you fold them just like this, you can also fit them in a bag similar to this here, and they will fit right in as well. Now just to show you, these will also fit in a business style envelope just like this and weigh under 1 ounce. Okay, so if you want to mail more than one mask but less than 4, you can use a business style envelope here and just add an extra stamp to it. As you can see right here, I have 2 masks in one bag and 1 in the other. Now the goal here, like before, is to get this as flat as possible. With this postage here, we can get up to 2 ounces and 3/4 inch thickness. And as you can see, less than 2 ounces, less than 3/4 inch thick, bends just fine. These will work. Okay, so if you're going to be mailing 4 to 6 masks to the same person, we recommend using these 6x9 paper envelopes here. I don't recommend that you use the poly envelopes because they tend to have the masks bunch up at the bottom, making it uneven, and therefore it might qualify as a parcel rate. So you can do this by using a regular Ziploc baggie here, pushing the air out, getting them as flat as possible, and then fitting them directly in this envelope here. Now we have a chart on the website that will show you how many stamps you need based on how many masks that you're sending, but in this case it's 4 stamps.
Hi everyone, a quick update for you. In October of 2019, the USPS made a change to their long-standing policy on using postage stamps when mailing packages or large envelopes. This does not affect the amount of postage required, but rather sets new limitations to the weight and thickness a package can be when mailed with stamps. If using stamps, the envelope cannot be over 10 ounces or 1/2 inch thickness unless you bring the envelope directly to a postal office and hand it directly to a postal worker. The point is to enhance security by not allowing larger packages to be mailed anonymously with stamps. Therefore, if you're using a click and ship option like Indicia, Pitney Bowes, or Stamps.com, this rule does not apply. This isn't necessarily bad news, however, as this rule is easy to abide by when using stamps and mailing face masks. Our suggestion is to use a larger envelope, like a 10 by 13, if using stamps when mailing more than 4 masks, and of course, to use baggies to keep the bulk down.
Now the final way I want to show you here is if you want to mail 7 through 15 masks to the same person. You can still use a large envelope here. You have to make sure to put them in a larger baggie, push the air out, and then make sure that you also make this as uniform as possible. Then you just pack them in, just like you would in any other envelope. And these will mail just fine. Okay, just to recap, if you're going to be sending one mask, you can use an individual envelope with 70 cents postage using either a first class stamp and a 15-cent stamp, or just a 70-cent non-machinable stamp. You want to make sure that you get it to lay as flat as possible so that it's not more than a 1/4 inch thick and less than 1 ounce. When you're mailing 2 to 3 masks, you can put them in a business style envelope like this. Again, making sure that you have them lay flat, push the air out, and this cannot be over 3/4 of an inch thickness or 2 ounces at this postage. For 4 to 6, we recommend using a 6 by 9 envelope here, and anything over 6, from 7 to 15, we recommend using an 8.5 by 11. Please check out our shipping page. It will give you a chart of how many stamps we recommend using. Thank you so much for helping. You're making a huge difference. You guys are amazing.